All right, so this is some weird Muslim twist here. Oh my gosh. It's like, I'm already...
Before you all as a proud... I stand before you all as a proud Kashmiri trans Muslim woman. I'm disabled, and this state hates that. This state has burned trans and...
Look at that kid looking. See the little kid there? He's like, what the hell am I look? Is that the dude from Harry Potter with the dragon bird thing? Where's the dragon bird? The kid's like, is this Harry Potter, Mom?
Disabled people to create a smoke screen to cover the further bodies that they are burning around the world. I stand before you all as a proud Kashmiri trans Muslim woman. I'm disabled, and this state hates that. This state has burned trans and disabled people to create a smoke screen to cover the further bodies that they are burning around the world.
I love how it's just an endless list, you know? I stand before you as a disabled, trans, queer, legless. Like, how many more things can we add to the title?
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, Cardiff. Today, I stand and I march for the liberation of...
You couldn't march. You could barely make it to the nearest Starbucks.
Of my people in the trans...
You're not marching anywhere. Look at those giant heels. Look at those massive heels. I mean, look at the hooves. Look at the hooves on this one.
community.
Vagine. Bow down, Vagine.
My people in the disabled community. My people in the Kashmiri community.
Oh, this is where you get elevated. Oh, and then I'm gonna elevate my delivery, and I'm gonna elevate my voice, and this is where you guys clap. You know, we just need more bulldozers cleaning the streets.
Beloved Palestinian people, to all of these people and the intersections that they represent, who meet me where I stand at the crossroads of so many places of suffering.
At the crossroads of so many places of suffering? Just like, what the... I'm actually happy this is happening to Islam, though. I have no problem. I will not stop this from happening to Islam.
We'll all be free, inshallah.
Inshallah. What is happening? Wait, good job. You guys are toast. He can't stop, though. He's like, oh, no, I need more. This is my spotlight. I didn't slip into this this curtain I call a skirt for nothing. I'm gonna milk this one.
Sorry.
Got more. This is like when the person does too many karaoke songs, you know? You're like, okay. They're like, gonna sign up again.
One thing about the multiple layers of suffering you experience.
The multiple layers of suffering?
As a
What about the suffering we're all experiencing?
multiply marginalized person. And one of the realizations you have is that it is all manufactured.
Listen, you standing next to anybody marginalizes them.
It is all manufactured.
I mean, that's literally a giant.
By the greed of people at the top. It is all manufactured by the echoes of an empire that never really did disappear. It just removed its visible claws from the land that it occupied. So today I stand and I ask you. Today
I stand on these oversized high heels.
Will you march with me?
You're not marching.
Against these farces of violence, against these manufactured instances of oppression created to separate us and divide us. Will you march with me?
Yeah, we're not going. Where are you guys marching? Where are you guys gonna go? Are you going somewhere? Look at, they're still wearing masks, these people. 2025, these people are still wearing masks. There's like 14 people there. Where are we marching? You lead the way. What are we marching, what? Quarter mile? Quarter mile? Not even. 50 yards. You start marching. I'll follow. You start marching. I want to take bets of when you collapse.
It's been a
more. There's more. He's like, what else did I write in my notebook?
tough week, so I'm not going to keep talking for too long before you
wow.
start marching soon. But I do want people to remember the history, to remember that Kashmir was ripped apart a year before the Nakba happened. Our struggles have always been intersectioned. To remember that trans people are being used as fodder in a culture war to distract every member of this population from the genocides that this country and so many other countries are continuing to enact. And it is time for the people here to wake up. It is time for the people to realize that someone else's freedom, someone else's liberty does not push us down, that every single piece of liberty that we win is a win for all of us.
Every single piece of liberty? Look, the only reason that thing wasn't thrown off a roof is because it's physically impossible. Listen to this one. This one's special. Here, this one's a real special one. This chick, she got her liberal glasses on. You know those aren't prescriptive.
Stay-at-home mom, you should be receiving a salary from your husband. If you are a stay-at-home mom, otherwise known as a non-compensated working mom, and you are married to a man, your husband, the compensated partner, should be paying for the uncompensated labor. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of pissed off men in the comments, but try to replace you. Try to replace a stay-at-home mom. You're going to be paying for a chauffeur, a chef, a nanny, a project manager for the house. In fact, recent data has shown that stay-at-home moms, non-compensated working parents, if you had to pay them a salary, it would be at least $175,000 a year. So if you are a non-compensated working mom, if you are a stay-at-home mom, you deserve a salary from your husband. I said it.
Oh, no, totally. No, I get it. No, let's do it. Let's pay them for what they're doing, all the work that they're doing. And let's pay them, just make a list. Make a list of all the things they did, and let's pay them. And then we can charge them, I don't know, for the house, and the clothes, and the food, and the car, and the insurance, the water, the utilities, the electric. Yeah, you can just pay it all back. If you want to do it that way, that's fine. She forgot that, like, I don't know, you sleep in a bed in a house that's paid for. Well, you didn't pay for that. I mean, this is what feminism produces this brain rot. They actually think there's something logical here. It's insane. How long are pride parades in Palestine? 4 stories. Nice. But Six of Spades gives 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much for that. Mud, $2. Doth your mother know you weareth her drapes? Unbelievable. It's just up. Okay, got a camera fail. Camera fail on aisle 12. Camera fail on aisle 12. There we go. Oh, wow. Super up close. You can see the difference between these cameras. Whatever, it'll work for now. Where were we? Oh, this lady was talking. Yeah, this whole feminist view where, like, women who do things in the house, the trade-off is that the husband provides for the house, obviously. If you want to pay rent, right? If you want to pay rent, if that's what you want, I don't recommend it. Most women at this point are going, no, this was a bad idea. Women are starting to wake up and they're like, work sucks. Most women don't want to work. It's just been like a part of society now that everyone has to work. So we're like, they're kind of trapped. But if you really pin them down, they're like, no. If I had a husband who provided all the, the money for the food and everything, living, and I could just tend to these other things, I would take that. Now, they're all starting to be like, what are we doing to ourselves? What is happening? How long are oh, okay, sorry, I already saw that. Sorry. Here we go. Nobody wants. Well, I actually like to work. I like to put my skills and my gifts into practice. But maybe there's a general sentiment that like work is a sacrifice. So even though you want to participate in something good that's sacrificial, it doesn't mean you like it. It doesn't mean you have to like it. Of course, you don't have to like it. Why would you? That's not a part of it anyway. So like, I love the experience of sacrificing and doing something I prefer not to do for the good of my family.